Hey guys, this is etgymcoaching.com. Today I want to present to you a small tutorial about what I consider one of the most important skills on bars, actually one of the most important basics on bars. Thank you for watching this, and I'm hoping you will subscribe to my channel, as I'm going to be able to, the more people I see subscribing, the more stuff I'm going to be able to put on, specifically about coaching gymnastics and trying to help. I know the value of having great tutorials to um, try to learn something from. So I thought I wanted to contribute to all the coaches out there today with one of the things I think is the most important, which is the three-quarter giant, or some people know it as a baby giant. You can find it on the level 6 routine, and this is kind of what I'm referring about, is it tap swings into a three-quarter giant. So um, that's what I want to talk about. I want to um, talk really quickly about it. Actually, I don't have much time today. Um, I would like to show to you one I think it's one of the most important things on bars. It's this body position under the bar when you're doing giants, and all this can be worked very thoroughly when you are doing these three-quarter giants. Notice that her head position is a little bit too far in, rather than staying in between her arms. Down here, you want to see the hip flexors totally open. Okay, so a kid that has natural flexible hip flexors and a strong back is going to be a really good bar swinger. Okay, so let me show you a little bit more of what this coach is doing. It's the arch tap kick into a three-quarter position, then into a handstand. And um, I feel that this has to be done tons and tons of times to create a habit. Um, just like when bad habits get created because, for example, some kids learn the giants on the strap and they just learn to go around because of the momentum of the swing, rather than by their technique. Okay, we want bars is the only event that you cannot get away just with pure strength. You need to be technical. Okay, so and I feel this really helps. So this is the second. This would be the second step. Okay. Once they learn to tap correctly, actually that would be the first step. Then the second step would be to start. Would be this one, just to have them go arch tap, hollow, arch tap, around. Do that tons of times. Don't go to a handstand. Here, let's see one that just goes around. There we go. Right there. Just that. Tons of times. Tons of times. This position right here. Let me see. Right there. That position. Okay? Let me see if I can stop it. Right there. Okay? This position right here. This we know it as a candlestick position. Okay? And a little bit later, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you a little drill that can help little kids almost do it by themselves, and it's a very productive station, very productive drill. By doing this, I just want to do a disclaimer. I don't claim that I invented all this stuff. Actually, I learned it from a lot of very good coaches, which I had the privilege to attending clinics and stuff, and I understood how important was that information that they were giving me. So I became very disciplined. I believe a lot in this drill. So if you can see that shape right there, we want to hit that shape. Maybe hips should be a little bit flatter there. Okay, so this is actually step number 2. We first said about the tap swings, and we're going to see it a little bit later with a smaller kid. There we go, arch tap, and there we go. Tons of times. Why? We want to create a habit. We want to create a habit in these kids in having the correct tap. Okay, then step number 2 would be the same basic and plus the drop. Okay, but before before you do this drop, you need to make sure you do some drills on the floor with a floor rail and teaching them the drop to drop totally as straight as possible, okay? Kids need to be very strong on this position. I've noticed that when these kids are spotted on this drill, and then right there when they're let go, this core gets really loose, and it's very hard to see it from here. From the coach's point of view, it's very hard to see these angles, okay, especially if you are focusing on your spot, basically, not to drop the kid. So, but after you have a little bit more experience about doing this, it's really easy to start checking all their body positions. But here you can see this kid is pretty tight on it, okay? A lot of the kids are going to cut short this, or going to put the feet inside and pike it a little bit. So let me see if I can go slow here. Okay, this is pretty good. Head is in a pretty good position there. Right there. See this? This is extremely, extremely important. Okay, just ignore that. Let's see. All right. So this is the one of the most important things on bars, the hip flexor opening, like we said. So